100%. Anyways, so apparently Overwatch 2, the greed of Overwatch is getting worse. Wow, who would have fucking noticed, to be honest? Even I could have fucking told you that the greed of Overwatch is so absurd at this point, you know? Like who would have guessed that Overwatch was gonna be like super greedy, you know? Well, Overwatch 2, but it kind of feels like it's an Overwatch 1.0, but it still technically feels like Overwatch 1 because they got rid of the PvE story aspect. Like honestly, that's what literally is what kind of like got me down or so specifically about Overwatch. So I kind of want to take a look at this video about speaking about it. So I'll take a look at that later, not right now.
Notice anything?
Oh, sorry, wrong video. I don't really care too much about Frogan, to be
How
honest.
can you respect a
She's just
game
terrible
when it
person
can't
at the end
even
of the
respect
day, so.
itself? Overwatch 2 has made that question more important than ever. We've seen another season, and with it, another way to squeeze more money from the game. And now, more than ever, it hits hard. Overwatch 2 is 2 years old. PvE is dead.
It's 2 years old? Damn, man. I didn't even know about that, actually, to be honest.
Its formula is just depressing, and the direction of travel is clearly worse. Warcraft, Blizzard's own franchise, one of the greatest of the last 20 to 30 years, was treated...
Oh, they put Sylvanas in a game from that's Sylvanas, right? Am I miscorrecting? I don't fucking know her name. I don't know if it is Sylvanas or not. I don't know, to be honest. I'm just taking a guess or so. Unless it's the other girl. I don't even know, to be honest. It's just some random elf girl from World of Warcraft. I know her. I've seen her before. I've seen so much shit about her. So she was like on some of the videos, some of the game trailer videos that I saw from World of Warcraft. But I never really got into World of Warcraft because it doesn't really, I don't know, it just doesn't really interest me as much. I think it looks kind of meh, you know, meh. It doesn't look very interesting to me.
From Transformers or Porsche, Season 13 then added another way to monetize atop a fresh, overpriced push of bullshit that happened through this summer. And nothing sets the tone of today's video better than this excerpt from Jason Schreier's book. In an interview with a developer, a dev essentially recounted the launch and what it was like. Here's what they said. Everyone said, "You worked 6 years in this." No, we worked for 1 year in this. We spent all those other years on all the PvE stuff. People said it looked unfinished, said the developer. That's because it was.
So they spent only on 1 year? We spent those other years on all the PvE stuff. Wait. Yeah, cause you're just basically like transferring over the Overwatch multiplayer into the second game. All you're mostly doing is doing PvE stuff. Interesting.
Yeah. Overwatch 2 was screwed from the beginning, and with Microsoft gutting the Overwatch team, deleting the PvE team, things would only get worse. Gilded aspects are not a thing in Diablo, even though they sound like it. They are an Overwatch thing, one squarely, absurdly aimed at the whales. It is so unashamed of itself that I almost commend them for having the stones. Here's how it works. Gilded aspects are palette-swapped mythic skins, right? They're a black and gold color scheme, but I think we should really talk about them in Blizzard's own words because they really communicate the value in this macro transaction. For the first time, you can enhance fully maxed out Mythic hero skins with their prestigious gilded aspects from the Mythic shop, launching with the sleek black and gold color variants for those looking to push the limits of customization. That's right.
So you're charging people for a color swap is what I'm hearing. So like changing the color scheme on the hero is what it is.
Right, folks, we're pushing the limits. Future seasons will expand these aspects to include mythic weapon skins. Oh, isn't that exciting? They got one thing right. limits certainly are being pushed. As skins, these are fine. Blizzard have got good artists, right? The problem, though, is how these are being sold. And this is where the whaling comes in. You see, these technically are a customization option for mythic skins. The way it works is that you buy these, but they can only be applied to a fully leveled up mythic skin, right? So you fully level up your mythic skin, then you acquire and apply the gilded aspect. A producer working on the project clarified that these are in the mythic shop purchased.
So I got a lot of got a lot of the same question aspects will be available for purchases in the mythic shop. With mythic prisms. The price is not public yet, and it's not up to our team, by the way.
With mythic prisms, but said that the price is not public and that it's not up to their team. Lovely, and I suspect we won't hear from the other team who are doing the pricing. Now, remember how all of this works. To earn enough mythic prisms to fully unlock a mythic skin, you need to purchase and complete the entire battle pass for a season. Beyond that, though, you can buy prisms directly. In the US, prisms are $1 a pop. Yes, $1 a pop. To max out a skin is 80 prisms, meaning we are talking about $80 skins. That being said,
whoa. Whoa, $80 for a skin? Holy fucking shit, dude. Holy crap. Fucking $80, dude. What the fuck? I don't think I've... Don't you have $80? No, and I'm not gonna spend it on a fucking skin either. I'm gonna go buy some video games with that money. I don't think I've never spent $80 on a fucking skin ever, to be honest. Never in my entire life I've ever spent $80 on a skin. That's crazy.
The best way, the best value bundle is of course the 75 bundle because it comes with 25 prisms free. Just amazing value for 75 bucks. Now, the way it works is mythic skins cost 50 prisms and then they've got upgrade levels and leveling them up to max costs another 30 in total.
What the fuck? Are you serious? God. Because isn't this the same thing? Doesn't Apex have the same thing with their mythic skins or something? Or like their legendary? I know they have like some kind of skin or so where you have to level it up or something like that. Yeah, fuck. Did they learn this from fucking Apex? Question mark.
Meaning 80 prisms, and yes, that does mean $80 skins. And yeah, you get 80 prisms by completing the battle pass, but each battle pass adds a full mythic skin worth 80 prisms. And so the point was that every pass had 80 prisms, and every season that came along with that pass would add one more, which in total would be worth 80. But that's obviously ended up changing because of the addition of the mythic weapon skins. The Reinhardt and Ana ones follow the same pricing model. It's
nothing new that all live services games been doing. Yeah, that's true. Like, I know that, what is it, Valorant is the most outrageous one that charges, like, ridiculous amount of money or so for skins, you know, for their weapons. Reminds me of Gaia Online. Hey, Gaia Online is good, okay? Alright? Except there were some small issues or so, but it was still pretty good at the end of the day. $80. I remember reading somewhere that WoW was asking players to pay $500 for a skin. I know that League of Legends was wanting you to spend like what? Well, how much money? $500 for a skin too as well? Something like that?
50 for the base
like
skin,
an evolution
and then
or something.
Upgrade levels, meaning 80 each. And that means that every season adds a battle pass that gives you the ability to earn 80, but it adds 160 mythic prisms worth of purchase opportunities. And that's all without this new system. So how hard will Blizzard go for this system? Will it be 20 prisms for the gilded thing, right? Maybe a little bit of flourish on top of your $80 skin, you know, for $100 in total? Maybe it'll be that. Maybe, though, it'll be quite a bit more. I mean, they're black and gold. They're prestigious. Why not charge 40 prisms? And yeah, you might think, well, that's a bit ridiculous. Who will buy all of that? And they could probably say to themselves, oh, sure. This is really meant for the sort of person that's just going to buy the battle pass, earn a bunch of prisms, and only buy things on the one character they care about. But that is obviously just an excuse. The pricing model here is designed to fully extract cash from the whales, and so slowly but surely they've spent 2024 squeezing everything that they can. And funny enough, that's not even the bit that's most offensive to me. It is the fact that they cannot even respect their own IP, their own work, their own foundations. And here's a contrast to all of that. Our foundation is bellular.games. Over there, our members actually get something real. So that means you get our videos ad-free, you get all of our research reports, and you get a fresh edition of Loading Screen in your email inbox every single weekday. We shift through all the big stories, everything you need to know, and the upcoming games, and we basically keep you in the loop in a way where you don't see ads, you don't get algorithms, you can just have a read and enjoy it, and it's simple and it's calm. You can check it all out below with a free trial today. And with that said, happy anniversary to Overwatch and Warcraft. Yeah, we got to talk about the anniversary event. These had declined through the years, and they just ended.
Oh, they had an anniversary? Oh, I wouldn't fucking know, because I don't play the game, to be honest. Because you want to know something? Because what is it, that one Marvel game that's going to be coming out later this year is the one that we're going to try out. We're going to be trying it out, because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like Overwatch. Like, I played it back in the beta of the original Overwatch, and I only played Diva. That was like the only character I played mostly, and I liked it, only the beta, and then after that I just didn't play it. I didn't like it at all, so.
Ended up being a way to sell some skins. 2024 is that, but in a way you wouldn't know it. That's because Overwatch was not the star of its own birthday. Warcraft was, perfectly timed for the war within. And it stung. Warcraft, a pillar of Blizzard. I mean, World of Warcraft, the game that basically got Blizzard infinity mega forever money that was able to fund things like Overwatch. Well, it got the exact same treatment as Porsche and
I'm gonna be honest with you. This might be like, I guess you can say like a hot take or so. I don't like World of Warcraft because I'm not a fan of the graphics. That's about it, you know? Their cinematics are cool. I've seen some of their cinematics. But I don't like the graphics in the game. I like the characters outside of the game, you know? There's like cool art, animations, and all this other shit about the characters, but like not really a fan of the graphics of the game. I feel like the game is just looks ancient to me. just really looks ancient to me.
Transformers. That's because Overwatch has a problem. Overwatch can't make new content. Xbox cut everything from its team. PvE is gone. I take exception because Warcraft is Blizzard. It is their heritage. And the only...
It's a 2004 game. What do you expect? Oh, is it? It's a 2000... Well, I don't fucking know, to be honest. Why did... 20 years? Is it? Okay. Well, like I said, it's just like, I'm not really a fan of the graphics. It just looks so weird. It just looks so janky. It looks awful, to be honest. That's why I was never interested in World of Warcraft. So never was, never will. Skill issue.
Only thing out of all of this that had any form of what you may call,
like, I like the stuff outside of like the core aspect of World of Warcraft, you know, like the animations, the game trailers, the cool cinematics, the drawings, like the cool concept, the art and stuff, and the fucking all the other shit and everything, you know. I like it that outside of the perspective, but like the game itself, it's like, I don't want to fucking play this shit. This shit looks wacky, to be honest.
sauce was the trailer. Yeah, the people who put together the advertisement for all of these microtransactions, they basically made it like a dark ride in a theme park, full of flavor, lovely work, but an ad for the thing that you buy, nothing actually to play. You see, in the past in Overwatch, things like the Halloween event would have a PvE game mode. They'd have reskinned Overwatch characters as stars that have unique gameplay. They could actually be really damn hard and like actually good video game, not just a throwaway trash event. They were goddamn content, and for so many of us, they were a reason to fire up Overwatch that was not an endless competitive grind. So here we have Thrall, Magni, Sylvanas, and Arthas, as well as past skins like Blood Elf Symmetra, Black Hand, Tyrande, Illidan, and stuff. And you might think, what if there was gameplay here? I mean, it's PvE. What if we're fighting the Scourge? The Lich King is there to be the big final enemy. Wouldn't that be cool? Give Reinhardt's Hammer Slam some sort of Arthasy theme. Give him Defile. All the Warcraft people will come over and play Overwatch 2. And the Overwatch players will get to reminisce of back when they played WoW. And the funny thing is, back in 2023, when they still had
What a
PvE
weird
staff,
trailer.
Diablo 4 launched, and it launched with Trials of Sanctuary, a co-op survival brawl where you played with different Diablo class skin heroes. You explored through the cathedral, you got
That's
weapons
cool.
that changed up your abilities, you had boss.
Plus, WoW had 20 years to update them graphics. Final Fantasy 14 is planning to update the graphics. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I heard that Final Fantasy 14 is, you know, it's definitely gonna take a while to update their graphics because they have so much shit to update their graphics on. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll try Final Fantasy 14. Who knows? Again.
Boss fights against Diablo enemies. It was cool, like big Azmodan skins. It was awesome. It was gameplay. It was fun. And that's the point. We should expect good content. The War Within's launch could have added a Xalatath skin. I mean, they've put her in Diablo, why not put her in here too? How about you do something crazy like a game mode? Even thinking about the business basics, you have got millions of people playing Overwatch 2, right? Big free-to-play game. You got all of those people. One of those PvE events would have been a really good way to introduce those people to the big villain in your new expansion, just like they did with Lilith in the Diablo event. And because there was content, it felt like an...
You know, this is just a small criticism,
just
right?
like they did with Lilith in the Diablo event.
This is one of the small criticisms I have about the World of Warcraft character designs, right? Everybody knows, right? Everyone here in chat knows. I like elf girls. I think elf girls are hot, you know, in my personal opinion, right? There's not enough elf girls, you know, personally, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a fan of the eyebrows. That's my only complaint I have about the elf girls in World of Warcraft. Not really a huge fan of the big old long fucking handlebar mustache eyebrow looking thing, okay? Not really a huge fan of them, okay? All right? I'm like they're okay, but I'm just like, can we just like cut these off or so and just give her like normal eyebrows and you know, you know. I like gnome girls. You can play Final Fantasy 14 like a single player. You sometimes have to engage with the dungeon and raids. Yeah, I know about Final Fantasy 14. Like I said, I've played it before. There is one race that I do like in this game. It's the blue girls. It's the blue girls. They're kind of like what are they, like half cows or half goats or something like that? I think they look pretty. Personally, I like them. They look more attractive compared to, unfortunately, the elf girls in World of Warcraft. You know, that's just it. You know, if you like it, that's okay. You know, you can probably use it as a handlebar, I guess, you know. The Draenei, is that what they're called? I don't even know, to be honest. I think they're more attractive personally compared to the elf girls. They completely butchered the elf girls, giving them like long ass fucking eyebrows like this personally. Not really a huge fan of them.
Event, and because there was content, it felt like an event. It was fun, maybe fun enough that you'd want to buy a skin, because you might have spent 4 hours trying to get all the achievements, and you...
I'm gonna be honest with you. A collaboration with themselves is not going to make me buy a skin. It's just not. There's only one anime that I have not seen it have a good collaboration. Actually, it's never gotten a collaboration. There's only one anime that has never gotten a collaboration, and it should deserve a collaboration, but I'm not gonna say it, because the reason why is because I'm not gonna spend my money to these people, and they're probably listening, so I don't want fucking nobody listening to me because I'm not gonna say it.
You almost feel like, I enjoyed that. Sure, I'll buy a skin. I got some value. Here, though, there is nothing. It is just a cash grab, a blatant $50 mega bundle push. That's it. So low effort, it's an insult to players, it's an insult to their own brand, and evidence that they are no longer able to make content. Because
What do you
last year,
expect?
when they did a collab to celebrate a Blizzard game release, they were able to ship content with it. And funnily enough, it even shows Overwatch can't respect itself. This Warcraft collab ate into Overwatch's own anniversary. Its own anniversary was barely marketed. It was little of note. And that's because
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know they had their anniversary, to be honest. I really did not know about it.
Overwatch is about one thing and one thing only. It's about selling skins. It may not be that to the people working on it, who want to make an amazing competitive shooter. And
You want to know something? PGR makes better skins than Overwatch. I'm just saying. That's not even a hot take. It's a fucking fact. 100% of a fact. PGR makes better skins than Overwatch. Change my mind, motherfuckers. Change my mind.
And whenever I've played Overwatch 2, I mean, I might have some criticisms, but big picture, it's a bloody good game. But the game isn't the point, because the game is not what brings in money. And looking into the near future, it's pretty clear that's going to remain the case. Here's the Season 13.
What the fuck is a void elf? Do they have long... Do they have long fucking eyebrows? If they have long eyebrows, hell fucking no.
Key art, a gorgeous mythic Widowmaker skin, a somehow worth $80 Soldier 76 mythic weapon.
Oh yeah, they did a My Hero Academia collab. Who the fuck is that? I don't know who the fuck that is. There's All Might, there's Deku. They made Tracer. They literally made Tracer into Deku. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. I don't know how I feel about that.
A purchasable Mercy Legendary, and My Hero Academia right up there front and center, because everything is a sell. To be fair, there is a new Halloween game mode, but it is eyebrow raising. It's a PvP mode with pickups that alter your abilities. It's kind of similar to community-created Mirrorwatch and Balanced Overwatch, which were similar ones that are also returning that they had done before. But the thing is, it doesn't really have a lot of content. I mean, it's not PvE. It's not like those other events that stood out because they were different. It's an effort, an honest effort, I'm sure, but it is lower scope, it is lower budget, because Overwatch 2.
I don't know. I can't understand people. Why would they play the same game for almost what, for 2 years, and they hardly do anything? You know, maybe they'll add a few new maps, but it's still the same core game. Like, are you not bored or something? Do you not get bored playing the same heroes just on a different map, but it's still the same core mechanic thing? You know, do they not get bored or anything? Like for me, I get bored after playing the same character over and over again. You know, in hero shooter games. I played Overwatch, right? I played Overwatch a while ago. But dude, I get bored. I sometimes get bored pretty easily. I just kind of after 2 hours, I'm just kind of I don't want to continue playing this no more, to be honest. I just get bored. That's it.
2 is about managing a core game and then putting all of your resources into squeezing its audience in the most efficient way that you can. Even if that means that future Overwatch content is no longer about making you legendary.
Okay, hold up. So that's Deku. That's the new character. I think her name is Yuno, right? Maybe what's that dude with the skull face or so? What's his name again? Skull Man? Face Skull or whatever his fucking name is. I don't fucking know. Who can that be? Can that be fucking what's her name? Could that be May? Or is that freaking Diva? No, that wouldn't make any sense for her to be Diva. It could be May, to be honest.
That you can, even if.
Who the fuck is this character? I don't know who this character could be. Oh, it's fucking I see the knives. the fuck is her name? She's the Japanese one. I forgot her name. She's the Japanese hero.
If that means that future Overwatch content is
That's the British girl, and this is
no
this is
longer
the space woman girl.
new legendary skins that tells the story
And that's
of
Reinhardt.
characters, that begins to build the world of Overwatch so that one day it could actually be more. No, gone are those days. Now it is brands, now it is things you recognize, because the Fortnitification of everything very much came to Overwatch. And the funny thing is that even if this
What the fuck am I even staring at? What the fuck is this? What is this? I don't even know what this is. What the hell?
mode is great, it's drowned out by marketing that's
Wait, this was a collaboration? Is it a Transformer collaboration? I would have never guessed that it was a Transformer collaboration, to be honest.
laser focused on microtransactions.
So what do you have here? And then you have the My Hero Academia stuff. Like, it's not going to like I like My Hero Academia for like to some degree. Not all the time, right? I kind of like it just only a little bit. It's probably not my favorite anime. I think it's kind of pretty generic, you know, pretty generic kind of like shonen shit, you know. Hero, you know, kind of builds their way up and, you know, kind of gets stronger at the end, you know, but then like shit happens through the story and there's some drama and shit and all this other shit, you know. It's kind of like, you know, meh. Kind of Reddit, they're all kind of basically the same, you know. And but it's not gonna like make me go download the game or so for Overwatch and be like, oh, these skins look so cool, I gotta go fucking get these skins, you know. Like the one from let me see, the collaboration with Smite and Bishojo, like that was a very fun collab because I actually, you know, I do look up to some of these, you know, some of these VTubers who are like more popular and famous, you know, because I look up to them because they're my role model for me to be, you know, a good streamer as well, you know. But with anime, when it comes to like anime collaborations, I'm pretty picky when it comes to anime collaborations. I am very, very picky. Like if it's not my favorite anime that's getting a skin or so, it's like I don't really want it personally. Like My Hero Academia, I like this show, you know, to some degree, but at the end of the day, I don't really care about collaborations with My Hero. So it's just kind of like meh, you know.
The thing, though, is they are trying to cook up something for the future. So let's talk about that. I can't imagine how bad Overwatch 2 team morale must be, because you see, if you cut through the marketing, all of these stupid eye-roll things, you can see they're doing work. I mean, Havana, Circuit Royale, Dorado, and Numbani have all been reworked. That's a load of map reworks. We're still getting new heroes. We're still getting new maps. They've actually...
Oh, Juno. I called her Yuna, or something like that. Yeah, she's also been Rule 34 too as well, on top of that, so.
Stuck to the schedule, they said.
She's like a space astronaut girl. She's a spaceronaut. I don't know.
They would stick to, and that is fairly impressive. We've also just seen this rather curious job listing. It's a 6-month contract for a product marketing consultant who will, quote, support the marketing team with go-to-market planning and execution of a major feature for the Overwatch 2. Yeah, it does say
for 6 months. Only for 6 months. That's it.
The Overwatch 2. Yeah, slick typo, guys. But anyway, something is coming. We don't exactly know what it is, but it's a major release. With that, we know they're cooking up something.
You really think it's a major release? I don't know, maybe. Who knows, to be honest. Your greatest guess is mine.
But assessing the overall situation, the PvE teams are gone. It has been corroborated through many sources, though Blizzard will not admit it. We see a big Warcraft event to celebrate an expansion release, a big game release, but it didn't have a proper event in Overwatch 2. It had all the microtransactions of a proper event, but as compared to what happened in 2023, where there was a bit of a PvE team, yeah, it was pretty much nothing. And of course, Jason Schreier's book showed us how screwed Overwatch 2 was in general, that it was a game basically shat out in a year after the thing they actually...
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just didn't like that they nerf Tracer's booty cheeks. Big L on Blizzard, to be honest, that they nerfed her booty cheeks. But it's okay. The Rule 34 artist has the original model anyways, and they made her like 10 times better, to be honest. So that's okay. They can have this one anyways.
He wanted to make and had spent 5 years on.
The original one will always be
killed.
better.
Every Overwatch superfan that I know quit, and I'm talking about the people from the original 2016 cohort who, even though they do not like competitive shooters, fell in love with Overwatch, spent money in Overwatch, people who lived and breathed the damn thing. The exact people who Overwatch 2 was made for, and the people who, had they been retained, may actually have purchased some of the various microtransactions they're now making. Overwatch should have been the next big IP, far bigger than it is right now. It should have had that cultural relevance. It was supposed to have a Netflix series. Imagine that. Netflix, multiple seasons, big story, build out the world. Combine on top of that the ongoing PvP that, in fairness, they're working damn hard. They're grinding out, delivering that PvP. And then add to that the expansive PvE that they spent.
I'll be honest with you, like, I don't really care about the lore for Overwatch, to be honest, because you want to know something? It's not really part of the game, and it's not in the game, you know, compared to, like, you know how Elden Ring is, right? They have all the lore inside the game itself and everything, right? But it's kind of like all spread out and everything, and like kind of like piece it together and everything, right? With Overwatch, they have like their cinematics, which is outside of the game. And then, like, I don't know, like, all I know is just, like, I know it's just a hero shooter. That's basically is all I know about Overwatch 2. Is, like, you just go in and you push a payload, and the reason, I don't know, doesn't really give you a reason why. Also, you gotta go to a point or so, capture a point. Even though they were trying to do this PvE shit, well, they kind of cancel it. I don't really care too much about it, so I don't really care too much about the characters, you know. There's not really much I care about the characters themselves, right? All I know is, like, all I truly know about Overwatch's lore is how much Rule 34 there is for Overwatch. That's honestly is all I know, to be honest, for Overwatch's lore. Is like there's just a ton of fucking Rule 34 of Overwatch, you know? And then also apparently they made Tracer not gay, and she's actually straight in the Rule 34 canon quotation marks canon lore story. So yeah, that's all I know.
Years building. There is a grand, more unified vision of what Overwatch was supposed to be, but it's one that was murdered in favor of a storefront as a service, which is what we have got right now, where the game basically exists as a vehicle for microtransaction banners. It's sad.
Well, what do you expect, to be honest? You expect that, you know, they canceled their PvE shit, you know? And it's kind of like, well, I don't care about the characters now, because the PvE was supposed to like flesh out the world and like have like a cool story and shit. It makes me care about the characters. You want to know something? Even in Overwatch 1, I never cared about the characters like at all. I just thought like some characters were cute, and I thought some characters were cool and everything, right? But like the only thing that I know is that they've just been fucking Rule 34 to death, you know, the most popular girls, which is like Sombra, Widowmaker, Diva, Mei, Farah, Mercy. I'm trying to remember these characters off the top of my head. The new character, what's it? Juno, right? Juno, right? Yeah, Juno. Juno is the new character that's also been Rule 34. Bridget has also been Rule 34. I'm trying to remember off the top of my... I'm trying to remember all the characters off the top of my head or so. Oh yeah, Junkrat. No, not Junkrat. What's the name of that one girl or so? That one girl with the battle axe or so. I forgot her name or so. But yeah, she's also in it too as well. I think Farah's mom. I forgot her name or so. Farah's mom has also been Rule 34. I think that's all I remember. I think it's like these are like the top 10 or so that they've been mostly been Rule 34. Did I say Tracer? Did I say Tracer already? I don't remember if I said Tracer, but if I haven't said Tracer, Tracer. But they made her straight though. They didn't make her lesbian. They made her mostly straight. You know, I'm just saying.
Right
I'm just
now,
saying.
the Warcraft team is genuinely building back its reputation. They are genuinely shipping a shitload of content, and the value has went way up versus so many times in the past. They are showing everything that a Blizzard team could do right within the current framework of Blizzard. Meanwhile, Overwatch is showing the exact opposite. And if you'd enjoy the profile of another company in deep...
And do you think... Man, to be honest, Overwatch 2 has been dead for such a while, to be honest. Like, even, like, if I remember correctly, they got rid of the 2 or so for Overwatch 2, I think, question mark? I don't fucking know, to be honest. Like I said, right, that's just, like, I've never even bothered to care about Overwatch. Honestly, if you like Overwatch 2, that's fine, but I still say it's a terrible game at the end of the day because it's literally Overwatch 1. Because, you know, they just got rid of Overwatch 1 so you can play Overwatch 2, but they added these new stuff. But then we found out later in a couple months, they got rid of it. It got canceled. So then Overwatch 2 became Overwatch 1.5. And then they're reverting the changes back. Instead of having, 5v5, it'll be 6v6 again. So it just basically went back to Overwatch 1. So instead of going forward in the sequels, we went backwards. So I don't know how they did it. Blizzard is the only one that can do it. You know, Blizzard found a way how to go from 2 to 1 backwards, you know, with a sequel. You know, they found out how to go backwards instead of forward to advance the product to make it better than the original. But hey, they're the ones that did it, you know. Would rather give Marvel Rivals a chance to go than go back to Overwatch 2. Like like Marvel Rivals is gonna be the competition against them 100%. Like Marvel Rivals is going to compete in that hero shooter genre, where Overwatch 2 has literally taken the biggest, you know, piece of pie in the genre space. So Marvel Rivals is gonna be the new competition, and it's so far from Marvel Rivals, it is definitely shaping up to be way better than Overwatch 2, which is very sad and disappointing. Now, if Marvel Rivals adds PvE aspects, like a good chunk of load of PvE shit, yeah, Overwatch 2 is, well, Overwatch 1 is not gonna survive for very long, you know. It's gonna definitely start losing some numbers pretty fucking quickly, you know. But hey, you know, hey man, they're selling their skins at the end of the day. The whales are gonna be spending it, you know. To be honest, I don't really care about the Overwatch characters, you know. If I want to see the Overwatch characters, you know, I'd just rather go look at some like art or so, some Rule 34, and I'd be like, oh look, there's the character right there, and then I don't have to play the game, you know. I'm just saying, you know. I'm like, why would I want to play the game or so to see the characters? I can just go look at a video, you know, about them and just kind of like, you know, or look at a Rule 34 thing, you know. So I don't know. That's just my personal opinion, you know. It's the same thing with like with Genshin too as well. Like I haven't really bothered to log into Genshin, right? Someone's taking care of my Genshin account, right? But I'm like, if I want to see the characters, you know, I go look at some art or so, like some drawings or so, or some beautiful art of Genshin characters, or just go look at Rule 34 and that's it, you know. Like eventually I'll open up Genshin, but yeah, that's the end of the video. And this is a pretty interesting video to see about, you know, the greed or so for Overwatch 2. But at the end of the day, right? What do you expect? What like honestly, what do you expect for them not to be greedy? Come on, man. They got rid of their entire PvE team for this shit, you know? So it's just kind of like, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's the end of the video. And